Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Tiger, and up here today with part 3 of the Blu Ray collection. I think we've only got one part left, a lot less than the DVD collection. I've been putting some more PS2 games up for sale. I don't normally like selling the PS2 stuff, but I need to try and get a little bit of money at the moment, so you got to do what you got to do. You can always buy them back at a later date. But yeah, so I'm going to go straight into it. There are a few in here that I probably will put in my sale pile that I've seen. But let's start off. First up we have the Rocky collection, the Undisputed collection, all 6 Rocky films. I think I have re-released the Blu-ray set that includes Creed 1 and 2 as well. Comes with 3.5 hours of bonus content as well. This was an upgrade that I picked up not too long ago. I actually haven't seen any of the Rocky films. I know there's a lot of majority of popular films that I still haven't seen. I watched a movie last night called Clown Motel Vacancies and it was boring as hell. I hate horror movies that just take like 45 minutes just to get to the whole concept of the killing and stuff. You know, I don't mind a horror movie that has story, but when it's a boring story, you know, for a 71-minute long film, they really could have done less. Sometimes less is more. Then we have Back to the Future Trilogy collection. Another series of movies that I still haven't watched. I know. This is just the standard version of the Blu-ray, all 3 discs. I know they've released this multiple times, multiple versions. And no doubt it will get re-released again in the future. It is what it is. Then we have the Tom and Jerry movie, includes an hour's worth of bonus content. Normally with some of these Tom and Jerry movies, they have like episodes, but this one doesn't. I haven't seen this movie yet. Of course, it's the live action one. I'm surprised it took them this long to do a live action movie. The only live action Tom and Jerry movie that you can class as a, well, I say class as one, is the movie Anchors Away, the Gene Kelly movie. It has Jerry from Tom and Jerry in it. That's about it. So I've heard good things about it, but I'll check it out. Then we have The Witches, part of the Roald Dahl adaptations. Haven't heard much about it. Might be a fun one. Then we have The Watch, Ben Stiller. I enjoy Ben Stiller. I think he's a funny actor. Of course, got Jonah Hill in here, Vince Vaughn, the guy from IT show, the IT crowd. What's his name? Richard Ayoade, Ayoade, whatever his name is. That guy from the IT crowd. I believe, yeah, I'm sure that's him from the IT crowd. Probably expecting, you know, comedic, stupid stuff. Then we have the Bourne Ultimate Collection with the 3 Bourne movies. I think there's 5 Bourne movies now. Jason Bourne. Again, action flicks. Haven't seen any of them. Then we have the Hangover Extended Cut version here. I've only seen the first Hangover movie. I don't understand why a lot of people think it's one of the best movies out there. It was okay. It wasn't nothing special. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I didn't think it was like amazing or anything. But this is the extended version, so maybe there's some more stuff in here. I can't remember the version I watched. I can't remember if I watched it on Netflix or something. But yeah, it was an okay movie. Then we have the Great Wall. Matt Damon, another one of these Western styled Eastern movies. There's a lot of these coming out nowadays. A lot of the time it's all fair and, you know, doesn't really, sometimes it's the best of both worlds. You know, you get the visual style of the visuals of the Hollywood type movies, but then you get the concept of the old martial art movies. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. I haven't seen this one, so I can't say. Then we have the another HMV exclusive cover variant of the Goonies. I think this was HMV exclusive. I can't remember. I haven't seen the Goonies, but it's of course it's a classic. Hey you guys! Just the standard Blu-ray release, just a different cover variant. The basic treasure chest on here. Then we have the girl with the dragon tattoo, part of the trilogies. Haven't seen this one, but I've heard good things about it. Then we have another HD DVD, The Frighteners. I haven't seen this one. I don't know if HD DVDs will work on my player. I'll have to check and see if it works. If it don't, then I'll just have to sell them. Then we have The Experiment, Adrian Brody, Forrest Whitaker, from the creators of Prison Break, and I think that's what this movie is. It's sort of like a prisoner movie, so if it's from the creators of Prison Break, they kind of know what they're doing, I guess. Then we have The Expendables uncut version. I've only seen the third Expendables movie. I watched it years ago with my friend. It's just, you know, it's just a cast. This movie's, you know, they're good movies, but a lot of it's, you know, down to the fact that it has a lot of, you know, well-known actors in it, you know, Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Jet Li, Mickey Rourke, Dolph Lundgren, Bruce Willis, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terry Crews, Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know, who else is in here? Robert Downey Jr. Just a ton of well-known actors throwing them together in a movie. You've got your money there, Hollywood, but I don't know. Then we have the Dictator Extended Cut. I enjoy the Sacha Cohen movies, the stupid, dumb movies. They're not great movies in terms of, you know, cinematography wise, all of that sort of thing, but they're just stupid movies, you know. You take them at face value for what they are. You either love them or hate them. You know, same vein as like Borat and stuff. I enjoyed this one. I still think my favourite of the whole Sacha Cohen comedy spoof type movies is Borat. I did like the second one, but not as much as the first one. Then we have the Charlie Chaplin collection. This includes 11 of the feature-length movies from Charlie Chaplin. A great set. I'd love to see them do a Blu-ray set for Laurel and Hardy. If they can do it for Charlie Chaplin, they can do it for Laurel and Hardy. I mean, I know, again, print-wise, and there is a lot of things to take into consideration, but yeah, you know, look, Charlie Chaplin, what can you say about him? One of the greatest actors and directors of all time, pure comedic gold, great storytelling. I thought this would have had more shorts on here, but it only had the one short film, which is compilation of 3 short films into one. But it does have special features for every single movie on here, which is awesome. So great set, and this sells for about £50 to £60, so a bit more expensive than I usually pay for a Blu-ray, but that was a Christmas present. Then we have, in my opinion, one of my favourite guilty pleasure movies, Cannibal Run 1 and 2. I think I prefer the second one more than the first one, which a lot of people might disagree with. These movies are just cheesy, stupid. They are kind of bad movies when you look back at them. I love these movies, but this particular version, the double pack, sells for about £20 to £30. I believe it was exclusive to supermarkets. I got it from Sainsbury's. I never seen it in HMV, not in CEX. Well, you might find it in CEX, but and I can't find any information on eBay. They always have like 1 or 2 individual versions, but never the double pack. I was really glad to pick it up because this is definitely going to be out of print in the future. This probably go for maybe double the price. I think I paid like £15 for it. So I love these movies. Again, great cast for the time. You know, you've got Burt Reynolds, you've got Dom DeLuise, you've got Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra, Jackie Chan, Peter Fonda, sorry. You know, Don Knotts. Tons of well-known actors in these from the 80s and the 80s, 70s actors, 80s, 90s actors. Just fun, cheesy movies. This was Fast and Furious before Fast and Furious. There is a third movie in the series which goes by 3 different names. It either goes by the movie Speed Zone, Cannibal Fever, or Cannibal Run 3. Unfortunately, that has not got a Blu-ray release. It does have a DVD release, but it is out of print. But you can watch Speed Zone on YouTube, but it's not in the HD quality. Then we have The American with George Clooney. The 40-Year-Old Virgin, the XXXL version. I love this movie. Another cheesy, fun, comedic movie. I love Steve Carell, one of my favourite comedians. I love his facial expression. Really stands out in the show The Office. Sometimes he can have, you know, that serious look in his face and then go to a stupid look. And that's just great acting, in my opinion. Great acting is not just how you are, but sometimes your expression. That's why if you've got a movie with you know, you could say bad acting, but if their facial expressions are blank, nah. Then we have Terminator Salvation, a director's cut. I enjoyed this movie for what it was, but as a Terminator movie, it wasn't the usual sort of thing. But you take this movie at face value. It's a movie set in the Terminator universe, so that's all you need to know, really. Terminator 3 Rise of the Machine was actually the first ever Terminator movie I watched as a kid, because I weren't allowed to watch 2 or 1 because they were 18, so but I enjoyed this one. I know it's pretty much of the same from the first kind of. A lot of people don't like this movie. I actually really enjoy it. Again, it had a nostalgia factor for me, but I really enjoy this one. I don't know why a lot of people hate on it. Maybe you can tell me in the comments below why people hate on it so much. I personally really enjoy it. Maybe it's because it's a 12, not an 18. It's not as mature as the other ones. It's a bit more toned down, but that's not necessarily a bad thing sometimes. Then we have T2 Trainspotting. I picked this up thinking it was the first one, so I need to pick up a copy of the first one. Of course, Ewan McGregor, Danny Boyle. Yeah, it is from Danny Boyle. Then we have Stealth, Jessica Biel, George Lucas, and Jamie Foxx, probably based on like a stealth pilot. Then we have V is for Vendetta. Really enjoyed this movie based on the sort of Guy Fawkes thing. Of course, it's got Natalie Portman in here as well. Vampire Suck, another spoof movie. I think I've seen this one. I enjoy some of these spoof movies. Then we have the X-Men Quadrilogy with X-Men 1 to 4. I'm probably going to sell this one just because I think they're all on Disney Plus. And I enjoy the X-Men movies, but I don't really watch them that often. Then we have Small Soldiers, one of the more expensive DVD Blu-rays out there. Really enjoyed this movie. Childhood right here. Some people call it a Christmas movie. I don't call it a Christmas movie per se. It's a movie set around Christmas time. Really enjoyed this movie. I really wish they'd bring this back. They used to have the toys and everything. Then we have Zookeeper, Kevin James. Expecting, you know, family fun. Then we have Kill Bill Part 2. I prefer Part 1, but Part 2 is still just as good. I think Part 2 gets straight into it, whereas the first one sort of takes its time, builds the story up. I love these movies. I still hope that they would do another Kill Bill movie, or maybe even a TV show based on Kill Bill, based on her when she was part of the team. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? You know, imagine that, even if it was like an anime or something. Then we have Michael Mcintyre, Showtime, one of the few stand-ups I have on Blu-ray. Then we have a 4-pack, Mark Wahlberg. We have Zero Dark 30, Lone Survivor, Green Zone, Contraband, and Safe House. Just some action movies. Haven't seen any of them. I've heard Lone Survivor is really good though. Still sealed copy of Your Highness, another spoof type movie. I've heard this one's not too bad though. And then we have probably one of my favourite things that I own is the Toxic Avenger Quadrilogy. I think there was only 4. We have the original from HMV exclusive limited slipcover. This one does still have the poster in it. Amazing artwork as well. Green case. Love these sets. The second one, I actually have a poster of that. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there. It's that cover. Really like that cover. I just love these. And this is from 88 Film, part of Troma. Tons of special features on these. The third one, there was no covers or anything, but that's what they look like inside. And the fourth one. Another one that made a TV show, like a kids cartoon based on a R-rated movie. I don't know why they do that. Then we have Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, my favourite of all time children's film. Probably my top 5 films of all time. I do want to get the ultimate 4K version. It's not that too expensive either. Love this film. Haven't checked out any of the special features. One of the few musicals I like. Astonishing X-Men Gifted, another one of the few things. I'll probably watch this one. It's from Joss Whedon, of course, the creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Then we have the Transformers Quadrilogy, the original, Dark of the Moon, Revenge of the Fallen, sorry, is the second one. Dark of the Moon and Age of Extinction. These movies are all flash, nothing more. They take them at face value. They're okay, but I personally think it's a Michael Bay film. What do you expect? Then we have The Tortured. I'm probably going to sell this one. I don't see myself watching it again. It's from the same creators of Saw, so it's got that sort of twist ending. You can see it coming a mile away. It is a good premise, but I don't see myself watching it again. Then we have The Switch, another Jim Carrey. Is it Jim Carrey? No, Jason Bateman and Jennifer Aniston. The Skin I Live In. I've heard great things about this movie. The original Purge. I enjoyed the original Purge. Wasn't a big fan of the sequels. The Lego Movie. Absolutely love the Lego Movie. I still think this is my favourite from the Lego movies I've seen. I'm going to play some more Lego Movie 2 game tonight. Last Stand with Arnold. The Last Exorcism Part 2. Haven't seen the first one yet. The Invention of Lying with Ricky Gervais. I love Ricky Gervais. I think he's hilarious. Grew up in Reading as well. From where I was originally from. The Hurt Locker. And then last we have the Snow White Huntsman Winter War in a very pristine condition slipcase. I got this dirt cheap as well. Haven't seen the first one, so I'll keep my eye out for the first one. But yeah, so there we have it, part 2. I'll probably just sell these two. I'm going to quickly put all of these games up for sale on eBay. I put them on Facebook, but I'll put them on eBay as well, because you never know. At least on eBay I can just leave them there and they sell when they sell. With Facebook you've got to keep messaging people and all of that. But I'll do a video on that at some point anyway. But yeah, so I'm going to go and chill for a little bit after I've done this. Maybe watch a couple of episodes of a show or something on my phone. Tonight I'm going to play some Lego Movie 2 video game, and then I'm going to watch WWE Network. I'm watching In Your House, Beware of Dog Part 1. Yeah, I'm still quite far behind. I'm watching all the pay-per-views. That's what I do. That's one thing I think AEW need to do. I know we're going to get an update to Fight Network, but I'd love to see an AEW network. Because they do work with other, you know, companies and stuff. WWE opened a Forbidden Door with Mickey James TNA thing. That was kind of unexpected by WWE, so I give them prompts for that. I haven't watched Royal Rumble. The winner's kind of obvious, but it is what it is. And as always, guys, comment below, let me know if you've seen any of these movies, any in here that I should definitely check out sooner rather than later. And as always, guys, subscribe if you haven't already. One more part to go, and then we'll do the PS4, PS3, and then the PS2 collection, which has dwindled a lot recently. But it is what it is. But hopefully, if I get this modded PS3, I'll be able to get some of those games on digital at least anyway. And as always, guys, have a nice day, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a nice day. See you next time.